I'm sorry, I was just doing my best Doc Holliday impression from Tombstone. This is the Provoke from CRKT, and it lit the internet on fire after the 2019 SHOT Show. Why? It's a folding Karambit that doesn't really fold. Well, at least not in the traditional way. It features designer Joe Caswell's kinematic mechanism. It's a complicated design that's stupid simple to use. Just push with your thumb on the crossbar, the blade shoots forward. To unlock it, push on this lever here, push down. You're gonna pull back on the blade. It's gonna fold the way that it came. Here's what I love about the Provoke. It's damn cool. I mean, look at it. That's pretty freaking cool. It's fresh, it's different, it's unique. I mean, how can you not love this? Secondly, it's quick to deploy. Whether intentionally or unintentionally, it's actually a pocket deploy knife as well. And as you grab with your thumb, the crossbar will be activated and now the blade is already open. As long as you know that this is gonna happen, it's fantastic. Obviously, you're gonna have to be aware, get some clearance as you draw, make sure there's none of your loved ones close to you. Despite all the moving parts, it's actually really comfortable and ergonomic. It's not like a futuristic design that's just meant to look cool. It's actually a pretty good meld between form and function. If you follow me on Instagram, at combatives, or read any of my knife columns for Recall, you'll know that D2 tool steel is not my favorite cutting material, but I gotta say, on the Provoke, it's really well made. It's incredibly strong, very sharp edge, and it's as close to being stainless steel without actually being stainless steel. It's not a low profile pocket clip, it's a zero profile pocket clip. There's a little bit of a groove on the top. You push down, and it's probably not visible on camera, but when you push down, it acts as kind of like a lever, and that's where you slide the knife into your jean. Here's what I don't like so much about the Provoke. You need two hands to disengage the lock. One to push down on the safety lever, one to pull back on the blade to get it to close. With the pocket clip on one side and the kinematic mechanism on the other, it's really only meant for right-handers. Sorry lefties for being wrong-handed. It's basically designed only as a reverse grip knife. And that's what a lot of people in the knife industry who don't actually practice, say, Filipino Kali or Indonesian pencak silat, is that Karambits, which were designed in Indonesia, they're actually meant for either grip. They could be reverse grip or they could be forward grip. By having it designed only as a reverse grip knife, you're actually limiting half the possibilities. And perhaps the biggest complaint that I have about Karambits made by American knife designers is that the safety ring is almost always added as an afterthought or as a aesthetic element to make it look seriously badass. Look at this retention ring. Now my knife is super deadly. But if you study any of the Southeast Asian martial arts, you'll realize that the retention ring, the safety ring, is an integral part of the whole handle. Inner space of the ring should line up with the rest of the handle because you want your fingers to grip it like you normally would, whether that's in forward grip or whether that's in reverse grip. Now, if you watch, these knuckles are lined up. This index knuckle is way lower than the rest of the knuckles. And unfortunately, a lot of knife designers haven't done the cultural research or the martial arts research to realize that ideally, the ring should be shifted up so that the entire handle and the inside of the ring is aligned. In the end, I think martial artists, particularly martial artists who have studied Filipino Kali or Indonesian silat, they're gonna think that this knife is overpriced, impractical, and limiting because of the one-sided design, because of the reverse grip only design. But anybody who's in the knife industry, knife lovers, they're gonna absolutely love this knife. It's incredible. And so for me, being both a knife nut and a martial artist, I have to balance those two. And so part of me absolutely loves this knife. I'm just like any other fanboy, totally amazed. And then the other half of me is like, well, I could have done this better and they could have done that better. I'm a little torn. Overall, I think it's a really cool, brilliant design knife. Just cool. I keep saying cool because that's just the right adjective for it. But it's not necessarily my go-to Karambit as a martial artist. So with having said that, keep in mind what your background is and what your purpose is for carrying. And you may really, really enjoy this, or you may pass on it.